Let's begin nice and easy in child's pose, shall we? Start to bring your knees and forehead to the mat. And then gently start to roll your hips back over your heels. You've got options for your arms. Well, the first thing we want to do is get comfortable. So let's use our arms and knees to see if we can figure out how to get most comfortable. So your arms can be long in front, fingers spread wide. Or you can draw them back by your sides, palms up. Your knees can be tucked in together, create a little shelf for your belly, or just allow your belly to fall through. Open up your knees, let your belly fall through, and let gravity just begin to take over. Now that you're comfortable, we'll just try to get still. And I'm going to offer a metaphor for stillness. You know, imagine your mind is a beaker of water. And right now, with everything that's going on, that water is probably very murky and muddy. And as we allow the water to just sit on a shelf somewhere, what'll happen? All that stuff will just fall to the bottom and the water will become clear. And into that clearness, we're going to introduce the breath. So start to breathe deep and full through your nostrils. Big inhales and big exhales. That's how you want to breathe. Breathe deeply through your nostrils and exhale out of your nostrils. Just out of your nostrils. I'm going to mute everyone here. So I hope everyone is muted, and they are. Great. Okay, so now that you're still, start to breathe deep and full through the nostrils. And I get it, this isn't normally how you breathe. So when you breathe like this, you're going to be totally focused on your breath. And when you're totally focused on your breath, everything else is going to go away. The job's going to go away, the career, the virus, everything's gone, because all you're doing is breathing deep and full through your nostrils. So start to find your shape. And once you find your child's pose, surrender completely to it. Just surrender to your child's pose. It's a resting posture, and you can come back to it at any time during the practice. And maybe the practice goes sideways on you a little bit. You'll lose your connection with your breath. You lose your connection with your breath. Just become fatigued. Maybe practice goes south on you. And you always want to just return to child's pose. And you know, there's only one thing that's going to keep you from child's pose, and that's your ego. Your ego is going to say, hey, I got to do everything or I'm not doing yoga. Well, you've been doing yoga since you made the decision to come here, since you made the decision to turn your computer on. You've been doing yoga that long. And you don't have to do anything. I'm going to give you everything. I'm going to give you a buffet of poses. And you're going to pick and choose what to do based on how you're feeling. Because I don't know exactly how you're feeling. Only you do. So you're going to make a decision about what to do and what not to do. So let's start to breathe deep and full. Now, if your arms aren't long in front, let's do that now. Bring them way to the top of the mat. In fact, bring them so far forward that your elbows, wrists, and forearms start to come off the mat. I want you to push the air out of your lungs. Push it out. Get empty. Take a big, deep inhale, rich and full, and exhale, H-A, ha. That's our audible breath. Let's do it again. This time, close your mouth. Push all the air out of your lungs first. Push the air out. Close your mouth. Take a big, deep inhale, rich and full. And exhale, H-M. Now you'll feel the vibrations just move your body like a pebble in a still pond. Your arms are long. Now come up on tented fingers like little spiders. I want you to press into your fingertips and just use your fingertips to press into the mat and send your tailbone back and down a little further under your hips, and maybe your hips will come a little bit further over your heels. Now you've got that long, beautiful back. Drop your hands down and walk them over to the left side of your mat. That's right, the left side. Everybody wants to go right, we're gonna go left. So bring your right hand on top of your left hand, take your right shoulder forward and your right hip back. And bring your right shoulder towards your left shoulder towards your left hip, scrunch it up on that left side and open up the right side. And you can come off the mat. You don't have to stay on the mat. You can touch wood, take it all the way over. Start to walk your hands over to the center, and I'll do the same thing over to the right. This time, the left hand is going to come on top of the right hand. Take your left shoulder forward and your left hip back. Now bring your right shoulder towards your right hip and scrunch up a little bit on that right side to open up the left side. Now, take your arms out long. Curl your toes. Send your hips high and your heels low for your first active posture in yoga. We're going to call it downward facing dog. Now, before we clean anything up, drop to your knees. Come into child's pose. Come up to tabletop. Downward facing dog. I want you to do that 3 times. And that is not about warming up. That's about just feeling your body move through space. You can think of it even as oiling up the Tin Man. Get a little squirt of oil here, a little squirt of oil there, just oiling up the Tin Man. I want you to do this one more time. And then when you land in your downward facing dog, just stay there. Now we'll start to clean it up. Look back at your feet. They should be about hips distance apart, and you can imagine your feet or your head right between your feet. Rotate your heels so you can't see them anymore. That way they're right behind your legs. The arms are straight and long, fingers spread wide. Press into all the parts of the hand. Try not to collapse on the heel of the palm. So you want to spend particular attention to your fingers, knuckles, thumb, and index finger. Now, bend your knees and find length in your back by dropping your heart towards your thighs. Get long in the back. Send your sit bones as high as you can. And now take an inhale and start to push your heart towards your thighs. Imagine somebody's got a belt around your waist and they're just going to pull you up and back, and that's how your legs are going to straighten out. Now you got that beautiful upside down V shape they always talk about in yoga, right? Breathe, breathe, breathe. Push the air out. Push it out. Take a big, deep inhale, rich and full. And exhale, H-A, ha. Take an inhale. Take your right leg back. Take it long behind you. Flex your toes and towards your chin. Now, if you can't see your toes, your leg's up too high. So drop your leg down. Have your leg parallel with the mat. Drop the right hip down. Flex your toes toward the chin and just imagine pushing into both hands and that heel's pressing right against the back wall. Just push your weight into your hands. The heel goes back. Take another big, deep inhale. Bend the knee. Heel goes to the sky. And we're going to stack the right hip over the left. Now start to move around here. Start to rotate your knee, rotate your foot. And you know, if the right side starts to lighten up, drop the right shoulder, press into your right hand. I like to say, stabilize what's stable, allow it to move to move. So we're stabilizing our shoulders. Our hips are moving almost independently from the shoulders. We're deepening the twist and we're just moving around, squirming around. When was the last time you would squirm? Squirm around. Take an inhale, send the leg back long. And on a very gentle exhale, let it down. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Nobody's going to walk out of here lopsided. Take an inhale, take your left leg back. Remember, we're going for length, not height. So look back, look for your toes. Press into both hands, flex your toes towards your chin. So the heel's the furthest thing back. And in your mind's eye, just imagining you're pressing in your hands and that heel's pressing right against the back wall. Take another inhale, bend the knee, heel goes to the sky. And now we're going to stack the left hip over the right. Now squirm around here, move around here. Drop the left shoulder, press into your left hand, stabilize your shoulders. So we stabilize what's stable, allow it to move. So start moving around, squirming around. Take a big, deep inhale, send the leg back long, and on a very gentle exhale, let it down. Now lift your head, bend your knees, and take a long walk to the top of the mat. Take 100 steps if you like. Take 200 if you like. Just don't take 2. Now find your forward fold. So your hands are down by your feet. Press your hands into the mat. I want you to press into your feet. You got 3 points in each foot. One behind the big toe, one behind the little toe, one in the heel. Press down on the points of the feet and you'll feel the arches start to lift up. Now try to get heavy by opposite elbows, opposite hands. Try to get as heavy as you can. Press into all the points of the feet. One behind the big toe, one behind the little toe, one in the heel. Arches start to lift. I say arches because you got a big arch on the inside. And there's a subtle arch on the outside of your foot. It doesn't get a lot of attention, but it's there. and it's going to give a certain spring action to the foot. So now release your arms down and bring your hands to the back of your neck. Now just use your arms as weights. Don't try to pull your head and shoulder down with your arms. Just use them as weights. And bend your knees a little bit, protect your low back, and just let everything fall forward naturally. Take a big, deep inhale, release the hands down, and do a half lift. Lift up halfway. Create a flat back, a long spine. There it is. Crown of the head forward. Crown of the head forward. Where's the crown of the head? It's a little bit behind top center. So you want to bring your chin a little bit towards your chest so you can take the wrinkle out of the back of the neck. Now your back is nice and long and straight. Bring your hands to your shins or thighs. Avoid any direct pressure on the knees. Take a big, deep inhale, send the back long, and on an exhale, release down. Yeah. Now, I want you to take your fingertips and put them on top of your toes and start to roll yourself up real slow. But don't release your fingers from your body. So your fingertips come across the top of your feet. They'll come up your ankles. They'll come up your shins, over the knees, on your thighs, and you have arrived. Shine your palms to the front of the room and close your eyes. Just start to breathe deep and full through your nostrils. Just start to breathe deep and full. Start to create that Ujjayi breath by constricting your vocal cords. Kind of create that Darth Vader kind of voice, like you're fogging up a mirror or you're cleaning your glasses. This is your Ujjayi breath. This is your victorious breath. This is the wind that's going to move you through this practice. This is the wind in your sails. Flutter your eyes open. Take a big, deep inhale. Sweep the arms forward and up for your first mountain pose, Tadasana. Keep the arms nice and long. Now, normally I would say at this point, release your shoulders away from your ears. But no, I'm going to tell you to take your arms as high as you can. Bring your biceps by your ears. Take your fingertips as high as you can. Now you're really long, right? You want to get longer? Press into your toes and lift your heels. Now you're really long. Now, let's see if this will work. It may not, but we'll give it a try. Drop your heels, leave the fingertips where they are, and now you're absolutely as long as you can possibly be. Take an inhale. Release your shoulders away from your ears now. Soften it up. Take an inhale. Look up right between your hands. Look up. Reach up. Maybe just glance back. Exhale, forward fold. We'll do another half lift. Create a flat back and a long spine. Exhale, release. Press your right hand into the mat, then the left, right foot back and left foot back, and find your upper push-up plank. That's what I call it. I call it upper push-up. Some yogis call it the plank pose. They'll call it the four-limb staff. I'm just going to call it upper push-up. So your arms and hands are under your shoulders, and bring your hands so they're under. If your hands are way to the outside of your mat, your shoulders probably aren't that wide, so draw them in a little bit. Your heels are over your toes. You can wriggle your toes back to get length and keep your heels right over your toes. The back is long. You know what you're doing right now? You're managing your body. That's what we're doing, managing your body. And there's no better way to get strong. Use your muscles to decompress your skeleton and find length from the crown of the head through the hips and then the hips right back to the heel. Take an inhale, roll forward, and on an exhale, lower halfway down. Elbows in by the ribs. Another inhale, uncurl the toes, sweep the heart and chest forward, upward facing dog. 4 points of contact, 2 in the hands, 2 in the feet. Curl your toes, hips high, heels low, downward facing dog. Let's do it again. Lift your head, clench it in your hands. This time you can hop, step, float, top of the mat, forward fold. Take a half lift, flat back, long spine, exhale, release. Another inhale, sweep the arms forward and up, mountain pose, Tadasana, look up, reach up. This time, glance back, look back, maybe bend back just a little. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, flat back, long spine. Crown of the head forward. Exhale, release. Hands to the mat, step your feet back, and travel through your Vinyasa. Now, this is on your own. One breath, one movement. Go to that modified sun salutation. And if you don't remember exactly what we did, just continue to move. Just move. Maybe lift your head and look at the TV screen, see what everybody's doing. Stay with your breath as you move. This is one breath, one movement. Each breath matches a movement. Each movement matches your breath. Take your time. There's no hurry. And if you're going to jump back, make sure you jump back with bent arms. And we're all gonna meet in downward facing dog. Looks good, everyone. Looks terrific. Wow, yeah, great. Push the air out of your lungs, get really empty, push it out, make some noise. Never be afraid to make noise in a yoga class, particularly with your breath. Push it out, get empty, make an SH, take a big deep inhale, rich and full. And on an exhale, HA, drop to your knees and find your tabletop. Arms and hands under the shoulders, the knees are under the hips, and the shoelace side of the feet's down. Now, we'll go through a few cat-cows. So lift your head, lift your tailbone, drop your belly. There's your cow pose. And on an exhale, bring your chin to your chest, gaze back towards your navel and round your back. There's your cat pose. Let's do this 2 more times on your own. Just lift your head, lift your tailbone, drop your belly. And on an exhale, chin to chest, gaze back towards your navel, round your back. 1 more time, big deep inhale to lift. Lift the tailbone, lift your head, drop your belly, exhale, cow pose. Now, come back to a nice flat back and a long spine. Now, take your right foot back to the back of the mat. Don't lift it up, just take it to the back of the mat. Let your toes be on the mat. Don't lift it up, just put it down. Now start to play around with your heels so you start to create some sensations entirely in that right leg. Maybe even past the leg, up into the hips and into the shoulder. Just play around with the heel. Feel the sensations that you're creating for yourself. Now here we go. Roll the back heel down, plant the back heel down, press into your left hand and float the right arm straight up. The gaze is up past the fingertips. The yogis call the gaze the dristi, the point of concentration. And when you're totally focused on a gaze, on a point of concentration, everything will go away, just like the breath. So take an inhale. Now bring your arm back behind you a little bit so you can really lift your heart to the sky. Take a big deep inhale, lift the heart a little higher, and now take the arm straight up once again. Bring it over your ear and let your fingertips point to where the ceiling hits the wall. There it is. Once again, take an inhale, bring the arm straight up, flash your heart to the sky, drop the right hand down, take the right leg, float it back, left arm forward, right leg back. There you go. Now, before you even think about lifting up, try to find as much length as you can from your fingertips to your heel. Really get long. Get as long as you possibly can. Square up your hips. Now, take a big deep inhale, lift the front arm, lift the back leg, and on an exhale, bring your left elbow to your right knee, under the body, round the back. I want you to do this 2 more times. This is what I call an asymmetrical cat-cow. Knee to elbow, lengthen, knee to elbow. 1 more time. Looks really good, Kate. 1 more time. Now take the arm back long. I want you to bend your right knee, send your heel to the sky, go search for your right foot with your left hand. And once you find it, just hold on to it. Just hold on to it. Take an inhale to lift it up, exhale, kick it into your hand. Inhale to lift, exhale to kick. Inhale to lift it up, exhale to kick. Let it all go long, knee down, hand down, 1 cat-cow, just 1. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Take your left foot back, take it to the back of the mat, take your toes down and play around with your heel. Just start to play around with your heel. Just play around till you create sensations for yourself. You know, you're building a relationship with your body right now, and your body's going to become your partner. So just search for those sensations. And the language you speak to your body, the language you speak to your partner is the language of sensation. So create sensations, create the dialogue with your body. Now plant that back heel down, press into the right hand, float the left arm straight up to the sky. Beautiful. The gaze is up over the fingertips of the left hand, not at them, but over them, up, past. Bring that back arm, top arm back a little bit so you can lift your heart right to the sky. Beautiful. Take your arms straight up again, and now bring it over your ear. Let the bicep just come right over your ear. Let the fingertips point to where the ceiling hits the wall. Take a big, deep inhale, lengthen. Now take the arms straight up, flash the heart to the sky, and then bring the left hand down and float the left leg back, right arm forward. You know, we just switched arms, by the way. The body likes a moderate challenge, but it doesn't want to be overwhelmed. So get length from the right fingertips to the left heel or toes if you're flexing your foot. Before you even think about going up, get long. Take a big, deep inhale, lengthen. And on the exhale, lift the top arm, lift the back leg. And on an exhale, bring right elbow, left knee. Do that 2 more times on your own, which is what I call an asymmetrical cat-cow. Take an inhale, lengthen, exhale, tuck it in. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, tuck it in. Now let it all go long. Bend your left knee, send the heel to the sky, go grab your left foot with your right hand. Once you find it, just hold on to it. Just hold on to it. Take an inhale to lift, exhale, kick it into your hand. Inhale to lift, exhale to kick. Inhale to lift, exhale to kick. Let it all go long, hand down, knee down, 1 cat-cow. Just one cat-cow. To curl your toes, press into your hands, and lift your knees 2 inches off the mat, just 2. To stay here for 5, 4, downward dog in 3, 2, 1, hips high, heels low, downward facing dog. Once again, push the air out of your lungs, push it out, get empty. Take a big, deep inhale, rich and full, and exhale, H-A, ah. Take an inhale, take your right leg back, take it long behind you, flex your toes and step it right between your thumbs. Roll the back heel down. Another inhale sweeps you up into warrior 1, and the exhale allows the shoulders to soften down the back. So now start to twist your shoulders so they're parallel with the front of the room. Press into the pinky side of each foot. See if you can get your front thigh parallel with the mat, if you can. If you can't, don't worry about it. Take your right hip back and your left hip forward and just square off your hips to the front of the room. Again, just as far as they'll go. Don't twist anything. Don't try to just twist. You know, they have this adage in sports that says no pain, no gain. Well, in the yoga, it's no pain, no injury. So take the right hip back, left hip forward. Take an inhale, look up right between your hands. Look up, glance back, reach back. Exhale, forward, fold your hands forward. Right foot steps back, and we travel through a flow. High plank, low plank, up dog, down dog. Take an inhale, take your left leg back, take it long behind you, flex your toes and step it right between your thumbs. The back heel seals down. Another inhale sweeps you up in the warrior 1 and the shoulders soften right down your back. They just melt right down your back. Take your left hip back, right hip forward. Press into the hand, press into your feet, the pinky sides of each foot. Look over your knee, make sure you can see a sliver of your big toe. And if you can't, press down on the pinky side of this foot and that knee will slide right over. Beautiful. Take a big, deep inhale to look up right between your hands. Look up, reach up, maybe bend back just a little. Exhale, hands to the mat, left foot back, travel through a flow. Now, on your own, 1 breath, 1 movement, warrior 1 right side, warrior 1 left side. And this is your opportunity to teach yourself yoga. Just breathe, move, and feel. Isn't that what yoga is? Breathing, moving, and feeling, and then we see what happens. Yeah. Take your time. There's no hurry. Take a break when you need to take a break. Beautiful. I love the choices you're making. I love when somebody goes into child's pose, or they take a drink of water. They wipe the ego right away with the sweat. Take your break when you need to break. Rest when you need to rest, and work when you need to work. Stay with your breath as you move, breathe, and feel. We're all going to meet in downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, take an inhale, take your right leg back, take it long behind you, flex your toes and step it through. Back heel seals down. Another inhale sweeps you up into warrior one, and the exhale, peel it open, warrior two, right arm forward, left arm back. Now the gaze is over the fingertips of the right hand. Not at them, but over them. Turn around, look at your back arm. See if it's as straight as your front arm. And if it isn't, make the adjustment. The knees over the ankle, you got a strong back leg. Legs nice and straight. Hips and shoulders to the side of the room. Stay with your breath as you move. Breathe, feel. How are you keeping your arms up? What are you using? Using your shoulders, using your triceps, forearms. How about the skin under your fingernails? Think about the skin under your fingernails. And take your front arm, move it into the future. Push the past behind you with the back arm. And where do you find yourself? You find yourself right here in this present moment. It's now, 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 because that's all there really is. Take an inhale to reach. Cartwheel your hands to the mat. Step the right foot back. Travel through a flow. High plank, low plank, up dog, down dog. Take an inhale. Take your left leg back. Take it long behind you. Flex your toes. Step it through. The back heel seals down. Another inhale. Sweep it up into warrior one and then peel it open into warrior two. Left arm forward, right arm back. All the same things apply on this side that we talked about on the other side. Keep the knee over the ankle. Press down on the pinky side of this foot and that knee slides right over. Press the pinky side of the back foot. Lengthen through the arms. Breathe. Stay with your breath as you breathe. What's keeping your arms up? What is keeping your arms up? Breathe into your fingertips. Breathe into the skin under your fingernails. Take a big deep inhale to reach. Cartwheel your hands to the mat. Left foot steps back and we travel through a flow. High plank, low plank, up dog, down dog. Now, on your own, one breath, one movement. Warrior one, warrior two, right side, warrior one, warrior two, left side. Take your time. Teach yourself yoga. You know, you're really the only person qualified to teach yourself yoga. I'm just a guy that talks about yoga. You're the real teacher. The teacher is inside of you. So breathe, move, feel, and see what happens. You know, I'm never around for the see what happens part. Usually happens after the practice, maybe leaving the studio. I'm never around for that, but I know it's going to happen. Take your time and teach yourself yoga. Teach yourself how to breathe, how to move, how to feel. Stay with your breath. You need to send oxygen-rich blood to all the parts of the body that need it, and you can only do that with your breath. Breathe deep and full as you move. Beautiful, everyone. Everyone looks great, terrific. Working hard, really working hard. Way to go, Garrett. Lift that head. Take your time. We're all going to meet in downward facing dog. Once again, push the air out. Get empty. Push it out. Make some noise. Take a big, deep inhale, so rich and so full. And exhale, H-A. Lift your head, glance between your hands, hop, step, or float to the top of the mat, forward fold. Take a half lift, flat back, long spine. Exhale, release. Now, take an inhale. Send your hips low and your heart high. Your first chair pose, Uttanasana, the mighty pose, the fierce pose. So be fierce and mighty in this pose. Sit a little lower, reach a little longer. If you look over your knees, make sure you can see your toes. If you can't see your toes, draw the hips back. The knees and shins will follow. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Keep the arms nice and long. Use the muscles in your thighs to lift your heart. Use the same muscles in your thighs to lift your arms. Breathe. Where do you feel the resistance? Where do you feel the edge? Go live there. You can live anywhere for a couple of breaths, right? Nothing's going to last forever. Take a big, deep inhale. Lengthen. Exhale. Forward fold. Yeah. Shake it out. Get jiggy with it. Bend one knee, bend the other. Shake your hips around. Here we go. Take an inhale. Sweep the arms forward. Hips low, heart high. Chair pose. Uttanasana. Be fierce and mighty in this pose. Draw the hips back. Lift the arms, use your muscles, and breathe. Stay with your breath. Take the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Flutter your lips. You know, fluttering your lips is a great way to release tension. Unfurrow the brow. Don't scrunch up your face. It's not part of the asana. Take an inhale to lengthen long. Sit a little lower. Reach a little longer. And on an exhale, hands to the mat. Take a half lift, flat back, long spine, hands to the mat, step your feet back and flow. Did you think I left out a chair pose? I'll get back to you. Once again, push the air out, get empty. Take a big, deep inhale, rich and full. And then exhale, ha. Take an inhale, take your right leg back, take it long behind you, flex your toes, step it right between your thumbs. Another inhale sweeps you up in the warrior one, peel it open into two. Right arm forward, left arm back. We've been here before. Hips and shoulders to the side of the room. Draw your shoulders over your hips. The arms are long. Take an inhale and flip your right palm up, flip it up. Take an inhale to reach. A little more, another inch more. And then take that right arm hand straight to the sky. Reverse your warrior into a peaceful warrior, an exalted warrior. Take your left shoulder down and back, right shoulder up. Find length along the right side. This is a side bend, not a back bend. Find a home for your left arm. You can take it around the back, put your fingers in that little hip crease. We can put it on the back of your leg, above or below the knee. You can even put it on your hips, pushing your hips forward and forward. So get a little lower into the lunge. Look up at the top hand. The arm is nice and straight. Now we're going to transition a little differently, something you may not be used to. So take an inhale, lengthen, exhale, start to bring your right elbow towards your right knee. Look right in front of your foot. That's where your hand's gone. Press down into the hand, lift the right leg, float the left arm up and find a balancing half move. Now, falling is not failing. Don't worry about falling. All falling does is make you part of humanity. I wish everybody fall. Let everybody be part of humanity. Breathe, breathe, breathe. See if you can bring those bottom fingers just a millimeter off the mat. Take an inhale, step it back, warrior two. Inhale to reach, cartwheel your hands. Right foot steps back and we travel through a flow. High plank, low plank, up dog, down dog. Take an inhale, take your left leg back, take it long behind you, flex your toes and step it right between your thumbs. Another inhale, sweeps you up into one, then peel it open into two. Left arm forward, right arm back. The gaze is over the left fingertips. Keep the back arm nice and straight. Flip your left palm up. Take an inhale to reach. A little more, a little bit more, another inch more, and then take that left arm and hand straight to the sky, reverse your warrior. An exalted warrior, peaceful warrior. I'll find a home for your right arm. You got lots of choices. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Right shoulder down, back, left shoulder's up and towards the side. The gaze is up past the fingertips. Take an inhale to lengthen. Exhale, start to bring that left elbow towards your left knee. Look right in front of your foot. That's where your hand's on. Press down into your hand. Lift the back leg, float the right arm straight up for a balancing half moon. Try to stack the right hip over the left and the gaze, if your neck allows it, to look up at your top hand. Only if your neck allows it. Take an inhale, lengthen long in every single direction and step it back, warrior two. Take an inhale to reach, cartwheel your hands to the mat, step the left foot back and travel through a flow. On your own, one breath, one movement. Warrior one, warrior two, and reverse warrior. Right side and left. Stay with your breath as you move. Another opportunity. Never think of yoga poses as obligations. They're just opportunities for you to breathe and move and feel something. We're all going to meet in downward facing dog. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Take your time. There's no race to win. There's no hoops to jump through. There's no finish line. You're just teaching yourself yoga. Breathe, breathe, move. Let the movements be gentle and the breath easy. Breathe. We'll all meet in downward facing dog. Breathe. Take your time. Now, from downward facing dog, once again, push the air out of your lungs. Get empty, push it out. This time, close your mouth. Big, deep inhale through the nostrils, open up the back of the throat, and exhale, HM. I want you to walk your hands back towards your feet. Just walk your hands back towards your feet. Take a half lift, flat back, long spine, crown of the head forward, chin's a little bit towards your chest. Exhale, let it go. To take your right hand, put it right between your feet, bend your right knee, take your left arm high, and straighten out the left leg. Stack the shoulders and stack your arms. The gaze is up towards the top hand. Take an inhale to lengthen. Exhale, release, and switch arms. Left hand comes between your feet, bend the left knee, right arm floats up, straighten out the right leg. The right leg. Gaze is up, stack your shoulders, stack your arms. The gaze is up towards the top hand. Take an inhale to lengthen. Exhale, bring both down. Yeah. So take your peace fingers and grab your big toe. Bend your knees and bend your elbows a whole lot. Bend them a whole lot. Take an inhale and try to lift up halfway. You know, you're not going to lift up halfway, you're holding onto your toe, but give it a try. Create the sensation of a half lift. Exhale, let it go. Now, back on your heels and slide your hands right under your feet. Let your toes tickle your wrists. Bend your knees and bend your elbows a whole lot. Now, stay back on your heels a little bit. Don't put all your weight on your palms and your toes because you'll go face down. You'll trap yourself. Stay back on the heels. Keep equal weight into the heel and into the hands. Bend your knees, bend your elbows a whole lot. Take an inhale and create a flat back sensation. That's all we're looking for, is it's a sensation now. Exhale, let it go. Release your hands and do a real half lift. Flat back, long spine. Exhale, release. Take an inhale, sweep the arms forward and up, mountain pose, Tadasana. Identify the fingers on your right hand, give them a wiggle. Take an inhale, sweep the right arm under the left, crosses the elbows, crosses the wrists, palms together, thumbs to the nose or to the third eye. Lift your elbows and sit low in the chair. Yeah. Press into your feet. Pour the weight into the left foot. Take an inhale and lift the right leg over the left, as far up on the right left thigh as you can get it, and sit low. Maybe that foot wraps around the back of the left leg, or maybe it doesn't. I don't care. I don't care if you don't care. If it does, that's wonderful. If it doesn't, that's even better. Now you got a place to go. Lift your elbows and start to look up. Start to lift up, look up. Bend your head back just a little bit. Take a big, deep inhale, lift up a little higher. And on an exhale, start to bring your right elbow to your right knee. Once that elbow hits the knee, take the leg back long. Sweep the arms back. Balancing airplane. Look down at your foot. Remember we talked about the spring action in the foot? It's that foot and that standing leg that's keeping you upright. Searching for balance, bring hands to heart center. Just bring hands to heart center. Once again, falling is not failing. All falling does is make you part of humanity. Please fall, be part of humanity. You want a little more? Take the arms straight out for warrior three. Beautiful. Take an inhale to lengthen in every direction and then stand straight up. Beautiful. Identify the fingers on the left hand. Give them a wiggle. Sweep the left arm under the right, cross of the elbows, cross of the wrists, palms together, thumbs come right to your nose or third eye. Lift your elbows and sit low in the chair. Breathe. Stay with your breath. Pour the weight into the right foot. Pour the weight into the right foot. Take an inhale and lift the left leg over the right, as high up on the right as you can get it. And maybe the foot wraps around and maybe it doesn't. It's okay. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Stay with your breath. If you sit really low, you can use that left toe as a little kickstand. You got to sit real low though. Take an inhale. Start to lift your head, lift your elbows, start to look up, glance back. And on an exhale, bring the left elbow to the left knee. Once it hits the knee, sweep the arms back. Release the left leg back. Find your balancing airplane. Look down at your foot, press into the foot. All the points of the foot we talked about. Lift the back leg. Searching for balance, hands to heart center. Just bring your hands to heart center. Beautiful. You want a little more? Take the arms straight out for warrior three. Beautiful. Take a big, deep inhale. Stand straight up. Beautiful. Look up, reach up, maybe glance back. Exhale, forward fold. Take another half lift, flat back, long spine. Exhale, release. Now just walk the dog home. Just walk it home. Welcome home, everyone. Welcome home. Push the air out of your lungs one more time. Push it out. Beautiful. Push it out. Push the air out. Big, deep inhale through your nostrils. Open up the back of the throat. Once again, exhale, HM. Beautiful. Push the air out. Push it out. Take an inhale. Take your right leg back. Take it long behind you and step it on the outside of your left hand, right hand, outside of your left hand. Now rock back and forth a little bit on your right hand, excuse me. Yeah. Just rock back and forth until you drop the left knee down. Now, you can stay right here. Here's your lizard pose. You can stay right here, or you can start to bring your forearms to the mat. Start with the left forearm first and then the right. Yeah. And just drop the heavy, drop your shoulders, drop your head. Breathe. If you want a little help, take your right hand and bring it counterclockwise around the back of your right ankle, and maybe do a little ankle bind to start to bring your head down a little bit more. Drop your head, drop your shoulders, drop that heavy head. Beautiful. Breathe, breathe. Now slowly start to unravel. Lift your hands, lift your arms, bring your arms and hands right under your shoulders. Leave your foot right where it is and walk your fingertips to the top of the mat. Now, I want you to heel toe your right foot over to the left. Yes, we made it to half pigeon. The guest of honor has arrived. So slowly start to drop the knee down and bring your arms and hands under your shoulders. Straighten out the back leg. You can straighten it out by pressing the entire top of the big toe of that back foot down to the mat. And the heel will slide right behind your leg. Take an inhale to puff up your chest like a proud pigeon. And on your exhale, begin to walk your hands forward and find your resting pigeon. Find your resting pigeon. Breathe. You know, there's nothing to do right now. Nothing to do. Distance between your thoughts, that's all there is. Just put distance between your thoughts. As much distance as you can. And don't be in a hurry to fill the space you're creating. Just breathe, breathe, breathe. Now slowly, gently, ever so gently, push the air out of your lungs. Push it out. Push it out like a whisper, just like a whisper. Take an inhale, soft and sweet. And on your exhale, HM. Now, as mindfully as we got in, we're going to get out. So slowly, bring your hands under your shoulders. Lift your torso. Curl the toes of the back foot. Create your three-legged dog. and then travel through a flow and come up to another downward facing dog. Take an inhale. Take your left leg back, take it long behind you, and step it on the outside of your left hand. I'll just start to rock back and forth a little bit. Just rock back and forth. And then gently bring that right knee to the mat. Hands and arms under the shoulders. You can stay right here. You can drop your forearms to the mat. Start with the right one, then the left. And drop the heavy head. You can take your left arm around, clockwise around the back of your left ankle. Bring your right hand to meet it, draw into the ankle, and let that help you drop that heavy head, drop the shoulders. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Now slowly start to unravel. Hands come under. Just take your hands to the top of the mat, fingers to the top of the mat. Now heel toe that left foot over to the left. Maybe the shin's parallel, maybe it isn't. It's okay. It doesn't matter, really. It does matter to you, or it doesn't matter. It's up to you. Keep the back leg nice and straight, top of the big toe completely into the mat. Hands and arms under the shoulders. Take an inhale, puff it up like a big, proud pigeon. And on your exhale, begin to walk your hands forward. Beautiful. Find your resting pigeon. Find your resting pigeon. Stay with your breath. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Find some softness, some subtleness. Distance between your thoughts. That's all there is to do right now. Distance between your thoughts. Distance between your thoughts. And don't be in a hurry to fill any spaces you're creating. Now slowly, gently, ever so gently, push the air out of your lungs. Push it out. Just like a whisper. Just like a whisper. Take a soft inhale, so soft and so sweet. And then exhale each. Once again, as mindful as we get in, we're going to get out. So start to slowly bring your hands under your shoulders. Start to lift your torso. Curl the toes of the back foot. Travel through your last flow of class and come up to your last downward facing dog. Now from downward facing dog, bring your shoulders over your arms and hands and find your upper push-up plank. Now we're going to lower down on the mat to the count of 5. And if this was a race, the last person down would win. So start to lower down for 4. Elbows in by the ribs for 3. Bring your heart to the mat for 2, hips for 1, and you're there. Bring your arms back by your sides. Now, don't bring them so close to your body. Open them up a little bit, like jet airplane wings. Bring the chin to the center of the mat and heel toe your feet together. Create like a big tree trunk of a leg back there. Take an inhale, press into your hips and lift your legs, lift your heart, and flirt around with the height of your arms. Just flirt around with the height of your arms. Yeah. You're in a relationship with your body. What do you do in a relationship? You flirt around a little bit. So just flirt around gently, calmly. Now, I want you to leave everything exactly where it is. Bend your knees and go grab your feet. Yeah, grab your feet, press into your hips, and lift your knees, lift your heart, and look up. Take an inhale, press into the mat, lift a little higher. Keep everything where it is, and on an exhale, just release your hands away from your feet. Stay up. Take an inhale, bring another rib off the mat, take another inch of thigh off the mat, and on your exhale, let it all go. Ah, yes. Feel your heart and breath against the mat. Bring your hands by your sides. Yeah. If you want to windshield wipe your legs, go ahead, but do it like it's a drizzle, not like it's a rainstorm. Slowly, slowly. It'll still feel just as good on your low back. Just roll your legs forward. Now release the legs long. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Take a big, deep inhale. With those big, strong arms, push yourself up to standing on your knees in the center of the mat. You're going to sit up for camel. Shoulders over your hips are over your knees. Shoelace side of the feet down. Draw your hands to the low back. Now your low back is not your butt, it's your low back. So bring the heel of your palm just below the bottommost rib. Your fingers are down, pinkies touching, thumbs out. Take a big deep inhale and lift your heart right to the sky and drop your head right between your shoulder blades. Start to push your hips out. Breathe. Want to feel something really good? Do an underbite. Do an underbite and feel a beautiful stretch in that neck. It feels so good. If you can see the floor or the wall behind you, I invite you, and that's the language of yoga, an invitation and suggestion, to bring your hands to your heels. Only if you can do so safely and you're well supported. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Drop your head right between your shoulder blades. If your hands are on your heels, bring them back to your low back. And slowly, slowly, slowly start to unravel. And start to sit in hero's pose. I want you to close your eyes. Bring your hands to your thighs. Close your eyes. We're going to have like a little mini meditation. It isn't going to last very long. It's impossible, said pride. It's risky, said experience. It's pointless, said reason. Give it a try, whispered the heart. Flutter your eyes open. Told you it wouldn't last very long. Take your legs out long. Any way you want to get there. You can cross your legs, bring them under your body, and shoot them straight out. Press down. I want you to sit on the sit bones. So bring those fleshy parts of your cheeks away. Yeah, sit right on those sit bones. Press your legs into the mat, particularly your calves. Press your calves into the mat and watch your toes grow. Your heels will start to lift up. Your toes will grow. You can even watch them grow. Take an inhale, sweep the arms forward and up, and on your exhale, bring your hands to your feet for a seated forward fold. And it's just like all the forward folds you've been doing all class long, you're just sitting down. Drop your head and drop your shoulders. Now, maybe you can bend your elbows, bend your knees, maybe your knees will come a little bit beside your elbows. Stay with your breath, drop the head, drop your shoulders. Take an inhale and push your shoulders forward and down. Exhale, beautiful. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Take an inhale and start to release. Slowly draw your hands right up your legs. Beautiful. Bring your feet to the mat, knees up. Sit right in the center of the mat. Yeah, sit up. Knees right straight, the arms out long. Bring your palms together. Take an inhale to reach, and on an exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, lift your legs. Yeah, come into your half boat. From the center, go over to the left. Inhale to center, exhale to the right. Inhale to center, to the left. To the center, to the right, and just twist. Come back to center, separate your hands. Take an inhale, bring knees to chest, chest to knees, lower, lengthen, and hover. Inhale, knees to chest, chest to knees, lower, lengthen, and hover. Inhale, knees to chest, chest to knees, lower, lengthen, and hover. Do some scissor kicks, left foot over the right foot over the left. Draw the arms, biceps by your ears. Beautiful. Stay here for 8, for 7, for 6, for 6, for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Hey, we're not done yet. Take your legs straight up, just like you got legs against the wall. But there's no wall. But I don't think there was a chair either, so you're okay. Bring your arms behind. Take your legs straight up. Come down, legs straight up. Lift your shoulders, lift your head. Take an inhale, bring your right elbow to your left knee. Now, opposite elbow, opposite knee. I'm going to count down from 20, go as fast as slow as you like. 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your knees to your chest and give yourself a big yogi hug. Go ahead, love yourself a little bit more than you do already. Just roll around, bring your knees to your chest. And you can imagine there's pizza dough under your sacrum, you're just going to flatten it out. Just start to roll around. Roll around. Beautiful. Take your arms out to a T. Take your knees over to the right and look at your left hand, gently. Bring your knees together and take them over to the left. Look at your right hand. Beautiful. Bring your knees up. Take an inhale, bring the soles of the feet together, spread out your knees and grab the pinky sides of your feet. I want you to draw your feet to your heart, not to your low belly, not to your face, but to your heart. Start to breathe deep and full. Take an inhale, bring your feet a little closer to your heart. And on your exhale, open it up into a happy baby, dead bugs pose. You can lengthen one leg, bring it back, lengthen the other, bring that back. There's also something to be said for a still happy baby. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Now slowly, you can come into a final savasana now, or I can walk you through a shoulder stand. So take your knees up, shins parallel with the mat. Shins parallel with the mat. Take an inhale, knees parallel with the mat. There you go. Take an inhale and bring your knees right over your head. Now your thighs are parallel with the mat. Support yourself with the low back, your elbows, forearm, triceps, elbows. Try to wriggle your torso or your shoulders under your torso. Take an inhale and take your legs straight up. Just straight up. Beautiful. Support yourself with your hands, your elbows, and your triceps. Don't turn to the left or to the right. Support your neck at all times. Protect your neck. Don't turn to the left or to the right. If you want a little more, bring your legs back for a plow. Slowly. And you know, maybe not in this lifetime, but another, the knees will open up, they'll come to your ears for deaf man's pose. But it may not happen in this lifetime. Now slowly, with care, take your legs straight up, bend your knees once again, your thighs are parallel with the mat, and start to slowly roll yourself down and find your final savasana, your corpse pose. Let it all fall away. Let all the dead parts just fall away. Close your eyes. Just close your eyes. Do you know that everything we've done has brought us to this condition? We have exhausted our bodies. Now we're just lying in rest, warding off fatigue. It's like an ideal meditative state. You can't control your mind. All you can do is open it up. Open up the front door, open up the back door. Let things come in, let things leave. But don't give anything a reason to stay. Don't serve coffee and cake. Yoga to the People classes have always been donation-based. So please think of your donation as a gift. Donation-based yoga is not free yoga, it's donation-based. Donation by definition is a gift. So maybe you're giving where somebody can't. No one will ever be turned away from Yoga to the People for lack of funds. That's never going to happen. But we do need to keep the place going. We still have studios that need attention, even though there's nobody there. So think of that donation box on the website as a virtual tissue box where you can drop your love in to keep this place going, to keep Yoga to the People for the people. Slowly start to wiggle your toes. Wiggle your fingertips. Start to wake the body up a little bit. I'll start to roll over on one side. Maybe bring your knees to your chest, find that fetal position. And then slowly, slowly start to rise up. And just sit right at the top of the mat and close your eyes. Bring your hands to heart center. I'm going to read a quote and ring the Tibetan singing bowl, and the practice will be over. The quote's by L.R. Nost. Do not be dismayed by the brokenness of the world. All things break, and all things can be mended, not with time, as they say, but with intention. So go, love intentionally, extravagantly, unconditionally. The broken world waits in darkness for the light that is you. Slowly push the air out of your lungs. Push it out. Take a big, deep inhale and exhale, H-A. Oh. Thank you, everyone. It's been my honor and privilege to be here with you, practicing yoga together. Thank you very much for coming.